I got better things to do around here than brushing my teeth.
Dental hygiene is just so not cool. No time to brush. Must finish these dresses. Alicorns don't need to brush their teeth. I'll just use your toothpaste cannon. If you're like any of these ponies, your dental hygiene is no good. And that's why you come to Colgate's Dentistry. We guarantee clean teeth in 30 minuets or less. Now come on, say it with me, Rainbow Dash.
Ugh, brushy, brushy, brushy.
And with that, hopefully you're seeing me because my monitor's out. Hey James, am I being seen on camera?
Yes, you are.
Awesome. So I'll just keep going. Hey guys, how you doing this afternoon? This is your pal Dusty Cat here on the West Coast, San Jose, California. Another beautiful day out here. You know, pick aside, we need some rain. Okay, I'm gonna put in a requisition to the Weather Factory because we need some rain out here. I don't know what the heck you guys think you're doing, but get on the rain factory, tornado it up, whatever. But we need some rain out here. Get on it. But with that, we're here this fabulous day to speak with one fabulous animator and all-around cool guy, as he was, Mr. James Barkley, otherwise known as Animated James. Where you at?
I'm right here, Dusty. Thanks for being on the show. My first question for you is what inspired you to create... Welcome to Stay Animated, my friends.
Welcome to Stay Animated, my friends. It's great to be here, James. It's really great to be here.
Oh my God.
I mean,
it's so great to be here with you.
Is it great to be here with me? Awesome.
It really is.
Thank you very much for coming. I know you're East Coast and everything, and it takes some time out of your busy afternoon to be here, so I'm very grateful that you would take some time out. He has animated not only things such as Sonic vs. MLP, but he also has his own series called Sea Students, and we also have the really great video Beat It by Black Griffin and Michelle Kreba, which came out just a little bit ago. Plus, we have a wonderful treat for you tonight, the latest release in the Sonic vs. MLP universe, which is Knuckles versus Applejack.
Yeah, that's probably like the only reason why 50% of your viewers are watching this.
Nah, they come anyway.
Yeah, they come for you. They come for your charisma.
My charisma.
Your whatever you call that facial hair. I don't know if it's called a beard, but it looks more complicated than a beard.
It's a little more complicated than that.
All right.
Just a little. It's a horseshoe.
Just a little.
It's a horseshoe. There you go.
I see.
Yes.
Fitting.
But let's go on. Let's ask you a couple of questions. Seeing as we have you here.
Right.
Let's see. What are some of the cartoons and comics you watched and read as a child or are still watching to this day?
As a child, pretty much any cartoon on Nickelodeon or Disney Channel that was popular during the early 2000s, I was really, really into Fairly Odd Parents, Kim Possible, SpongeBob before it became a kid-friendly version of Family Guy, Jimmy Neutron, the Proud Family, and, I was just a cartoon kind of person. Kind of like how I'm a cartoon kind of person now, only I'm making cartoons and watching them. But back then, I tried making my own comics, and I was actually really inspired by the Garfield comics by Jim Davis. Those actually inspired me to make my own comic strips when I was 8 years old, even though when I was 8 years old, I had no idea how to be funny. But I did it anyway, and surprise, surprise, people didn't think I was funny.
Well, surprise, surprise, you need to do that to become funny.
Nice.
I did the same thing because I did a mini comic way back in the 90s, which
really?
was basically a slice of life biker type thing. And that
sounds interesting.
Well, it got me down. It got me to the point where I had a couple of pages in a national release comic book in like '95. So, but
really,
yeah, from '89 to '95, I stunk. Then I got a couple of pages in a national release comic book, and it was like, wow, I still stink, but at least I got some pages.
Look at the bright side of life.
Look at the bright side of life.
Like
hey,
Eric Idle always says.
Yes. So it looks like a lot of your stuff is hand drawn. So let me get my script back up here. God, I hate this thing. Let us in about your workflow and how you do your animations. How does this go from like beginning to finish?
Okay. First, I get an idea in my head. Once I have the idea in my head, I write down a very basic and abstract just list of things that I want to happen in this animation. And then if it involves a script, sometimes I make music videos, and those just involve me just thinking of images in my head to go with the music. But if I'm making something with a script, which I very often do, then I'll write the story down first, and then I'll write down the dialogue, and then I come up with the jokes for it.
Okay.
If it's a comedic video, and yeah, none of my videos are comedic, but on the rare instance that I make a comedic video, I make the story first, then the dialogue, then I come up with, the little jokes here and there. Sometimes I come up with the jokes while I'm writing the dialogue, but that's very rare because usually, I got to think really hard if I want to make something that's really like clever or whatever. And so after I have everything written down, I get to recording, and sometimes I ask other people to record. I say sometimes. That's pretty much every animation I make nowadays. I say nowadays like I was around 10 years ago, but anyway. I get the voice actors and voice actresses. I get some talented people surrounding me, and I ask them to... I give them the script, and I tell them which characters they'll be voicing, and then I wait like 12 years for them to deliver their lines, and then after I have, and then sometimes I'll record my lines beforehand, sometimes I'll record them after it just to get like an honest reaction or whatever. I did that with C students, and then. After I have all the recorded lines, then I edit them together, and I edit them in a way where the timing is quick, it's funny, or if it's meant to be a dramatic scene, then it's dramatic. I edit them so that it sounds good and isn't choppy and isn't too slow, and then I take the audio. Sometimes the audio is in multiple parts, but I take one part of audio and I dump it into Flash. And then I pretty much create an animatic surrounding the audio that I just dumped into Flash. And once I make the animatic basically involves me just making very rough sketches and not coloring anything in or adding any backgrounds. And so then after I make the crappy looking animatic, then I make the crappy looking actual animation, and I make it, I add colors, I add shadows if I decide to care that day, and I add the backgrounds, I make everything look pretty. And so after I finish the animation part, which I feel like I didn't go into enough detail as to what I do to make the animation part, but whatever. There are tutorials on YouTube. Yes. You should look those up. Yeah. And after I make the animation part, then I export it to a an MOV file.
Mhm.
Then I take it into Adobe Premiere, which is what I use for video editing, and then I edit each of the animated parts together and add the audio, and I even add sound effects and music in Adobe Premiere. Oh, and I make the music using GarageBand. Sometimes I'll make little short background songs for whatever animation I'm doing, or sometimes live action videos that I'm doing, but no one cares about those. Anyway, once I make the audio, then I export the video and then I upload it to YouTube, and then people watch it and then people comment on it, and
Yes.
then I feel terrible about myself, and
Stop.
and then I get interviewed by people like Dusty Cat.
Yeah, because we love
And
what
then I
you
feel
do.
better.
Stop with
Okay, I'll
stop with the self-depreciating stuff, or I'm going to fly out there and beat you myself. Okay,
That would be a huge waste of money.
it
but-
might be, but it
But
might
go
be.
ahead.
Okay, where would you say you get most of your influences on your animation stuff?
I get influences now that I think about it from a lot of people. Visually, if you watch C Students, you can probably tell that I'm very inspired by Butch Hartman. You know, shows like Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, but visually, that's just my art style. Visually, in terms of like what I do for comedy, in like visual comedy, I'm very inspired by Warner Brothers cartoons like Animaniacs and
Yes.
freaking Looney Tunes,
Yes.
and the things that everybody loves.
Yes.
And then and as for writing wise, writing scripts, this is probably going to divide a lot of people. Seth MacFarlane is someone I'm really inspired by, and I say that might divide people because Family Guy is like a really divided show that you either really love or really hate.
Mhm.
But it was better back then. That's obvious. But nowadays, I still like it. But obviously, it's not as good as it used to be. But I still find it funny, and I use a little of his style of humor for my own scripts, and but he's not the only person who inspires me writing wise. Like I really like just various comedians out there, like freaking just to name a few, Louis C.K., freaking Ricky Gervais, D.L. Hewley. There is an entire list of comedians that I'm inspired by somewhere on my hard drive, but it would take way too long for me to bring that up. And by way too long, I mean like 20 seconds.
20
But anyway,
seconds, yes.
moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Those are. Who else am I inspired by? Weird Al inspires me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Al inspires
I like how he's not just one genre of
Mhm.
music,
Yeah.
and that's what I try to do. I try to do different styles of music,
Mhm.
like obviously polka, big band, jazz, and actually it's just those three. Those are the only three I've done, but I plan on doing more in the future.
Mhm.
And anything I'm missing? That's about it. Those are the people.
Cool.
Those are who I'm inspired by.
Cool. Would you say that Sonic versus MLP would have been your first big hit, and where did that idea come from? Just to meld those two.
I would say that would be my first big hit. I would say it would be my only hit.
Oh come on! Enough.
I know you hate. I know you hate
Enough.
I know you hate self-deprecation, but I can't help it. It's just too funny. But yeah, it is my biggest hit because let's face it, if it weren't for that, then I wouldn't have gotten where I am today. But how did I come up with it?
Yeah.
Basically, I watched MLP. I did an entire marathon of it, and this was back when there were only 2 seasons. And then I realized that, wow, the characters in the show, mostly the main 6,
Right.
really do resemble Sonic characters. Like Sonic and Rainbow Dash, they're both blue and they're both fast.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both cocky, and uh, Amy and Pinkie Pie, they're both pink, they're both obnoxious, and they're both really and they're both really affectionate, let's say.
Yeah.
And Knuckles and Applejack, they're both known for their strength and well, Applejack's more known for her wisdom. Knuckles is known for having no wisdom at all.
No, not at all.
But Tails and Twilight, they're both known as being smart. Friggin' Rouge and Rarity, they both like jewels and diamonds. Cream and Fluttershy, they're both there. You know, there's very similar similarities between the two characters.
So I didn't know that much about the Sonic universe, but now that you're putting in 3 and 5 together, I'm getting 8.
Yeah,
So,
I became a Sonic fan when I was really young, so I
Okay.
know more about Sonic than a human being should know.
So there you go. So that was another question. Were you a big Sonic fan? Obviously now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I did Sonic during Sega Genesis 16-bit days. So
During the good days.
good days. The day when it was awesome.
Back when the fandom was consistent with how much they love the series. Nowadays, their love goes up, it goes down, it goes up. He has a sword, he's in Final Fantasy. He's a werehog, he's a friggin'... he's dressed as Link, which he actually is in the latest game.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So one of my favorites, of course, I think one of everybody's favorites, is the Tropical Octavia animation over my school.
Thank you.
You must have a ton of fun doing these things, and it shows
Really
through
did.
in the animations. You know, and when you're sitting here, you know, drawing this stuff and coming up with these little gags, are you like giggling to yourself behind your little drawing pad?
It's gonna make me seem like egotistical to like laugh at my own animations, but yes, I do frequently giggle while I'm like I even giggle while I'm writing a joke, because I don't write a joke unless I find it funny. So as I'm writing it, I'll just be like oh my god, people are gonna find this hilarious. And as I'm animating, I'm pretty much doing the same thing, only I'm looking at it instead of reading it. And you know, it helps to like be emotionally connected to your animations. Like not to the point where you get your animations pregnant and then you have to rush it to the hospital. That's way too emotional. But you gotta care.
You gotta care.
You gotta care enough.
Sipsy's told us the same thing as when she's doing her layouts. She's writing jokes for herself to make her snaps herself laugh, and hopefully it comes across. So I think that's basically, hopefully that's what you're doing, because a lot of stuff.
I'm making myself laugh and I'm making other people laugh.
Yes. So that helps.
Yes.
Okay, so next we're going to get into something a little bit deeper. Bo Burnham animation that you just came out with. You slide a little bit of adult humor in there, more than
Just a little bit.
More than a little bit. But
Okay.
where do you feel the line is on adult humor in, say, a G-rated cartoon like MLP? I know a lot of people do it. We've seen the Mold series. We've seen some other people take it to a point. But where do you feel that line is that you don't cross?
A line that you don't cross. Well, when you're thinking comedically and you're realizing, hey, this is just a joke I'm telling, and you know, whether people find it funny or not, it's still just a joke and it's not meant to be taken seriously. The way I see it, like, maybe there is a line, but I just haven't found it yet, because I'm just, the way I see it, from my perspective, there is no line, but I know from other people's perspectives there are tons of lines that you don't cross. Like, you know, I mean, come on. There are people that thought that Hasbro crossed the line by giving Twilight a canon love interest. So you can't really pay much attention to other people's interpretations of the line as much as your own interpretation of the line. And that's what I do. And that's what inspires me to, you know, keep thinking of new ways to surprise people. I don't want to shock people. I want to surprise, because, you know, comedy is about the element of surprise. And if I do shock them, then okay, I didn't intend to do that, but okay. But what matters is that you know, you get the joke and you laugh, and as long as it's funny, then you can do it.
Okay.
But if it's not, and if you're trying to be totally serious and you cross and you do something that many people would consider crossing the line, because you're doing it with a straight face and doing it seriously, then you will get backlash. But as long as you're doing it tongue in cheek and you're self-aware and it's just a joke, then the way from my perspective, again, there is no line.
Oh, wonderful answer. Very, very thoughtful. Thank you very much. The latest up until tonight would have been Beat It, which is what you did for Black Griffin and Michelle Creeber. That game animated.
Black Griffin,
Michelle Creeber, Beat It, which was wonderful, by the way. Did they come? We talked about this before the show, but the question is, did they come to you requesting to take a crack at it, or did you go to them, and how that project came about?
I was not famous enough for them to come to me, but I got in contact with Black Griffin, who was really excited that I would even, considered making a PMV of their Beat It cover. I think he was more excited than I was, but I went to him, and he gave me permission. I could have made it without his permission, but I'm like, no, I want to be polite.
Yes, and be polite. Because
for all I know, he could be a douche and say no. But no, he's not a douche.
He's not at all. Don't even go there. Okay, don't go there.
No, not at all.
No, but be like Weird Al. Always ask permission, even though you can do it whenever you want. The ending with Flash Sentry was a bit of a riot, by the way, and a nice way to explain the use of OC characters within the animation. And I thought it was really fun that you actually took the first parting shot before everybody said, "Why didn't you use my OC?" I love the fact that you came up and said, "Well, this is going to be a thing. I better address it before it even starts." So I thought that was a nice little piece of sticking it on the end, using comedy to basically explain that.
Exactly.
And the look on Flash Sentry's face was I laugh anyway. I laugh
know.
Now, thinking about it. It's just... oh, my goodness.
It's impossible not to laugh.
It's impossible not to laugh about Flash.
Unless you're not a brony, in which case you won't get
won't even get the joke. Yeah, but
yeah.
I feel kind of sorry for my pal Vincent, because he's the one who voices Flash Sentry. I feel bad about it. I love Vince. He's a wonderful guy. Am I going to run into Vincent
at a convention, and we're just gonna stare at each other for like?
You know what? I'll bring a camera. I'll bring a camera. We'll do some live filming of that, and we'll turn it into something funny. How's that?
All right, cool.
That'd be cool.
As long as I don't get beat up.
You won't.
Cool.
You won't. We might do some
WWE. Beat you.
Beat you. Yes, we'll do some WWE, or something like that.
Oh God. Yeah. I won't survive, but no, okay. Anything for entertainment.
Anything for entertainment. Oh, come on, computer. There we go. How much inspiration do you draw from other animators like Kishi Panda, Jan Animations, Crikey Dave? What are you basically checking out everything everybody's doing and trying to put it into yourself? What? Don't do that to me, Skype. Did you drop him? I'm going to kill you. You did. Skype dropped James. So let's get him back. Come on. Stupid. This happened last week. Why? We move into this new house with really great internet, and Skype starts going. Come on, James. Call him back. Jamesy. James. Come on. Maybe it was on his end. Busy? He's not busy. James. He's probably trying to call me back is what's happening. Come on, buddy. Are you kidding me? Really?
Am I here again?
Now you're back.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. What the heck that was about.
I apologize for that. I would apologize, but it's not my fault. But...
No, not your fault.
Okay.
It's Skype. It's just Skype.
I know, but to everyone watching, I apologize for that, because I watched a few recent episodes of your show, and I realized that you have a problem with Skype constantly dropping calls, and I was just really afraid of that happening because, it might get cut out, and I might like appear to say something that I didn't mean to say, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay. So
I'm here.
You're here.
What was since I have such a great memory, what was the question that you asked me before?
The question was, how much inspiration do you draw from other animators in the fandom, like Kashini Padna, Animations, Crikey Dave, and others?
All right. Well, I take more inspiration from other animators than I'm willing to admit. Like one of my friends who's not as well known on the internet as me, he was what inspired me to start doing more frame by frame animation as opposed to using motion tweening for almost everything.
Uh-huh.
And as for the Brony animators, I don't know. We're all so different in how we present ourselves and the ideas that we come up with that I don't know if like one can be inspired by the other. Like, Brony Dance Party uses puppet animation, and Kanashi Panda uses beautiful frame by frame, just crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe it, making me feel jealous. But anyway, I really like seeing the different styles that other Brony animators come up with,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, it makes me feel more special because I have my own style that
Yeah.
no one else has, and so I guess I'm not. I know I started this out by saying I'm more inspired by other animators than I'm willing to admit, but as I'm talking, I'm realizing that was a lie. So to end this with honesty, I enjoy other animators, but I tend to do my own thing as opposed to try to imitate other people.
That's what you should. That's what you
Yeah.
should. You shouldn't be copying other people. You should be coming up with your own styles.
Right.
Things like that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You've also done a number of live-action comedy skits, the latest being Con Fame, which
You're
is from
one of the
BronyCon.
5 people that watched that.
Hey, I watched it 5 times, so it must have been
Oh,
me.
nice. Okay.
Okay.
You're the only person. All right.
Do you see yourself maybe in the future branching out into real acting or writing or comedy writing?
You know what? I want to become. I know this is really ambitious, but I aspire to become a well-rounded entertainer. I'm already doing animation, but I would like to do more live action stuff, more live action acting, more live action directing, more live action filming. Just anything to entertain people, make them laugh, and if that involves, getting into more live action acting, then I would love to do that. I mean, I would have to get good at acting first, but if I get good at acting, then I'll be able to, the more opportunities will come for me in that department.
Mhm.
But to answer your question, yes.
Yes. I don't know, that smile you had when you pulled up the fake shotgun was just perfect.
Oh, thank you.
There's a beautiful piece of acting. It's like a big smirk smile.
I know.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I liked it.
Yeah.
So now, let's go to the project that you love the most, C Students.
Yes.
Would you say that C Students is your passion right now, sort of your Galaxy Girls that Lauren Faust uses? It's her lovely pet project. So C Students is your...
C Students is my child, my own prescient joy, or however that phrase
Yes.
goes. It's what I want to be remembered for.
Mm.
I mean, I would say I want to be remembered for everything, but
Yeah.
and I do, but
Mhm.
C Students is what I'm making just to share my opinions on things like life and, the issues that we all faced during life, and
Mhm.
it's mostly about just making that transition from adult to not making that addition from adult to child. Making that transition from child to adult,
Yeah.
and that's something that affects us all, and I want to give my 2 cents on that by making a series about it.
Well, that's kind of cool. I happen to like the first episode myself.
Thank you.
So I'm waiting patiently.
I'm waiting patiently too.
Yes, because you're waiting for, I'm sure, everybody's lines to come in, right?
Oh no! Everyone's lines are in, and I'm actually making the animatic for it right now. I finished the first 3 minutes. The first 3 minutes of the animatic, not the
No,
entire
animation,
product.
yeah.
But I'm working on it right now. And yeah, it's what I'm putting a majority of my effort into.
Oh, that's cool. So right now, let's see the majority of your effort that you just finished. At
Okay,
3 a.m. this morning, people, his time, he actually finished this for you. This is Knuckles versus Applejack. So tell us a bit about anything you want to say before I play it.
Yeah, if you like Applejack, you're gonna hate me after you watch this.
I've seen it. Yes, you are. So, without further ado, let's get everybody hating on James. We'll be right back.
We're apples to the door.
Howdy, Nux. Haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
I've been getting a cactus removed from my fucking torso!
Oh, well, you look great.
The doctor spent 3 hours picking cactus thorns out of my intestines!
Well, I see they did a rip-snorting good job.
You bucked a cactus through my... Hey, what's that?
Oh, this here's the medal I won in the Iron Pony competition.
Iron pony?
It's a series of 20 athletic competitions between 2 or more ponies to see who's the top athlete. At least, that's what it says on the Wikipedia.
And this is a first place medal.
Yup.
Well, you're lucky I'm not a prissy little pony like you. Otherwise I would have kicked your... what is it called? A plot?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Perhaps you ain't aware that I'm the #1 apple bucker in all of Ponyville.
Uh-huh, I see. And does apple bucking require you to protect the Master Emerald from evil villains on an island that can float above ground? Buck, no it doesn't! I can shatter a 3-ton rock with my own 2 fists!
Well, I can knock down a 40-foot tree with my own 4 hooves.
Okay, that's it. You and me, right now.
You seriously want to do this?
What's the matter, little lady? Scared?
Okay.
Okay. 1. Sonic, hey! Listen, I need to borrow the Chaos Emeralds.
Well, I really don't know where they are, considering after I used them in that race, they kinda did the whole Dragon Ball thing and scattered all over the world.
Wait, so you used these Chaos Emerald things to turn into that yellow ball of spikes?
Pretty much, yeah. We also used them to travel through time, bring people back to life, get free Wi-Fi.
So, do you think if I used them, I'd be able to turn super too?
Probably. I mean, Knuckles can turn super, Tails can turn super, Silver for some reason can turn super. For all I know, Big the Cat can turn super. Wait, why do you need the Chaos Emeralds anyway?
I want to challenge Applejack to an Iron Pony competition to prove that I'm stronger than her.
Okay, and why do you want to do that?
Because she beat me at arm wrestling. Okay, if I'm gonna find all the Chaos Emeralds, I'm gonna have to use all my skills as a hunter. Finally, I have all the Chaos Emeralds. Now then, time to kick some plot. Applejack! I challenge you to an Iron Pony competition. Or, in this case, an Iron Pony / Echidna competition. The point is I challenge you.
Nux, that's a quite nice shade of pink you got there.
Never mind that. Do you accept the challenge or what?
Okay, fine. I'll accept y'all's challenge. I could use the entertainment.
Oh, it'll be entertaining. For me.
Now this is the story all about me and how I beat this little pony. And I'd like to take a minute to explain what I did. I'll tell you how I became Knuckles the Echidna. On Angel Island, born and raised raised. The Master Emerald Shrine is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, relaxing, the silence all mine. Yeah, beating up Eggman outside the shrine. When this redneck pony from this little ghost show plucked a cactus through my torso. I got in one little fight and my mom jumped in. She said, "You're entering the end."
I don't get it. How is this even possible?
Chaos control.
Huh?
He must have found all 7 Chaos Emeralds and turned into a super form of himself, which is why he looks like a lesbian Amy Rose.
So that's it then. He's cheated. Why does everyone who's not an Earth Pony cheat at this competition?
Okay, let's get this last event over with so I can officially start gloating.
Not so fast, you shit-eating cow f***ing sucker.
Jesus.
You've been cheating this entire time with those chaos thingy-ma-fuckers.
Oh, of course, the person losing accuses the person winning of cheating. Look, why can't you just accept the fact that maybe that old stereotype about men being more athletic than women is true? Get right! She stabbed me in the torso with a fucking cactus!
Well, that's boring. That's slightly less boring.
And with that, we're back. How'd you like that, folks? My goodness. I'm gonna take Knuckles out and break his neck is what I want to do.
If I didn't have a bunch of people stalking me online, looking to assassinate me, then I certainly have that now.
It's not you, it's Knuckles. I don't
Okay.
like that guy.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with making the animation you
None.
just saw.
None. It was all Knuckles. He did he used the Chaos Emeralds to actually make that animation. James had nothing to do with it.
Yep. Animated Knuckles.
Animated Knuckles.
Subscribe right now.
Yep. Animated Knuckles. And with that, we're actually back. And first things we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about upcoming conventions. And tonight we have some very special guests here. We have the people who put on Nightmare Nights for you. That would be Bob Carr and Chef Sunday. You there, guys?
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. And tell us a bit about what's going to be going on in October.
Well, of immediate interest to your listeners,
yes.
You have your own coupon code, StayBrony10, 10% off all badges.
Nice. StayBrony10, people. Get 10% off everything, all badges going to Nightmare Nights. How many upgraded badges are left?
4, 5.
5? Get in on that. 10% off those wonderfully awesome upgraded badges.
Drink with Dusty on the house.
Drink with me on the house, because people know drinking with me is a thing to do. Trust me. It is.
It's a fact.
That's a
We're
fact.
going to keep you well-fed and boozed.
Well-fed? Oh, my goodness. Well-fed and boozed. I like it.
That's Churrascaria? Yeah, good times.
Yes. I'm looking forward to going back down to the British pub.
The Londoner?
The Londoner.
Right,
Wonderful
Connaught
place.
East. Right.
Yeah, love that place. It's awesome. Guests are going to be Tabitha, Britt McKillop, Full Papers, myself. It was announced Josh Haber, writer of Leap of Faith, Castlemania, and Simple Ways. Heather Nuther will be there. And now Amy Keating Rogers will also be there.
Oh, we're stealing all your guests. We just grabbed Mitch Larson, too.
Mitch, you just told Mitch Larson, too?
Yeah, I want you to imagine, the panel you had last year with Full Papers and Mitch, and then just throw Haber and Amy into the mix and see what happens.
Goodness. Oh, bring a lot of booze. It's going to be hilarious. That's right. Comedy gold right there. Comedy gold. Is there any?
It'll be a fact.
Yeah, it'll be great. Tell us a bit about like the whole the hotel and some of the other things they can plan on doing.
And we were going to announce the 2 guests for your show that we haven't announced yet, but okay.
Well, you can do that too. Do it
you
now.
asked for the hotel, Dusty.
Do it now. No, do it now. Guests.
All right, Sandy, take her away.
Do it now.
All right. Well, we just mentioned Mitch Larson, but the awesome GM Barrow will also be joining us once again this year.
Yes.
She asked if she could come, and we're like, all right.
Yes, fresh off her release of the 3-book Daring Do series.
See, I kind of want to put her and Mitch in a room and have Mitch read Pennyroyal Academy and have her read the Daring Do series and see who gets a bigger crowd, like a book fight.
Hey, last week on this show, they made a bet. Whose book was going to sell more, they'd have to do something, right?
Excellent.
And they're both going to be at Nightmare Nights.
That is correct. 2 weeks after their release.
2 weeks after their release. Why don't we keep track of sales numbers?
I think that is a fine plan.
And then we'll do something. We won't tell them what, but we'll do something. Right? We'll get together and find out what we're going to do.
We'll get on that.
I'm so evil.
So let's see. Besides Jillian,
yes.
As long as we're putting together Nightmare Nights or Nightmare Rights or however you want to think of it, we've also got Natasha Levenger, who's a ton of fun.
Yes.
So, yeah, a lot of writers this time around.
A lot of writers. So if you want to learn how to write that fan fiction about your Alicorn OC coming to Equestria and actually saving Princess Celestia from the Blob, then these are the people you want to ask. About how to make that work.
Just in case you're more of the voice actor fan.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually got Ralph Strike, and I know you know Ralph, although some of your listeners probably don't. He's the agent for Andrea and Tabitha and now Claire Corlett. And the aforementioned Vincent Tong, who you were talking about earlier. And good Lord, you know, maybe 60% of the cast?
60% of the cast goes through Ralph.
So he's actually putting on a panel on how to become a professional voice actor, like what you'll need to do to put together a demo reel and what you'll need to do in terms of impressing during the interview. And so if you want to get it straight from the horse's mouth,
ha. I've been trying to get that sucker on this show for like 6 months. He always like, I'm too busy. No, you're not too busy to come on the show. Well, tell us about it. Now,
corner him at the steakhouse.
You can go to Nightmare Nights and find out exactly what you need to do to make this voice make you money. So that would be awesome. Anything else coming up?
Well, you asked about the hotel.
Yeah, wonderful hotel.
Same venue as last year. Okay. Yeah, it is great. We've got managed to swing a just over 40% discount for congoers if you give the room code MLP when you book your rooms.
Yes.
It's getting surprisingly full. We can always call and get more rooms set aside, but we're already, Jeremy, about 20% over our contracted room block.
No, actually,
more than that.
50%.
Oh my goodness! So if you're gonna go, now is the time. You know, we're only like a month and a half, not even that away.
45 days.
45 days. You better use the code STAYBRONY10 to get 10% off your registration. Call the hotel, use MLP, get 40% off to get your hotel rooms. I'm going to be there. Full Paper's going to be there. We're gonna drink our buns off, and we're going to have a great time. Wonderful time. I might even dig out Daring Do cosplay again and bring her. So, you know, it's going to be wonderful. GM Barrel's going to be there. I'm going to call GM and have her bring AK Yearling cosplay. I'll bring Daring Do cosplay, and we'll just walk through the halls and have people go just lose their minds.
Oh, something else for the plush fans among your listeners.
Talk about it.
I know you love your plushies, Dusty.
Yes, I do. See?
So our third community guest, besides your good self and Full Papers, is Sherry Berlon, who does White Dove Creations, those outstanding plushes.
Absolutely.
Well, she's going to be giving one away during her panel.
Those are difficult to get.
Yeah.
Yes. Even
full-size custom rarity.
Full-size. Ooh. Yeah, I don't have that one.
With a tag for Tabitha to sign.
So awesome.
That is definitely going to be a main events panel.
Good one, Sandy.
Might be standing room only.
Yeah. Standing room. That's going to be good. And then, of course, the charity auction, which I'm going to be your charity auctioneer once again.
Yes, indeed.
So
with actual information about the charity auction this time.
Actual information, yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be awesome. So you should be there. If you can get to Dallas. I mean, it's in the middle of the country, just south of the middle of the country. Everybody can fly there from everywhere fairly cheaply.
Headquarters for Southwest Airlines. Headquarters for American Airlines. It's easy.
It's easy to get there. So jump on a plane, get there, have some fun with us. We're getting down to the end of the season. We got that one. We got Ponyville Cider Fest. We got DerbyCon South, and then not many more after that. I think that's it. That's the big ones. So
I feel so bad for Dusty. For those of you who weren't there, he graciously ran our charity auction last year. Yeah. And he got squat as far as information about the items goes. He just winged it as best he could for hours.
I flew
It was painful to watch.
It was painful to watch. I did what I could. So
We have someone running. Yes. We have a new person running charity auction for you.
Good. We did the best we could, and I think we did a really good job last year. So with some more organization, we're going to do even better. So lots of stuff there. So thanks a lot, guys, for coming by and telling us all about it and giving us those wonderful names, M.A. Larson and Jim Barrow, and all that stuff. And the new code, STAYBRONY10 for 10% off. Thank you very much for that. And hopefully we'll see you guys in 45 days.
Hopefully so.
Hopefully we'll be there. I'll be there.
I don't want to say we're scrambling, but we're scrambling.
No, we aren't scrambling. You got it.
It's called crunch time.
It's crunch time. You got everything. I know you do. You got it all. It's awesome. So I will catch you guys on the flip in 45 days, and I'm sure we'll talk more between then and now for stuff we need to do. But for now, I'm going to see you guys a little bit later, okay? Catch you later.
Adios.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us, Dusty.
See you later. And that was the gentleman from Nightmare Nights. That was Bob Carr and Chef Sandy. And they run that show. Lots of wonderful things coming up with that. And with that, we're going to go on to charity work. So let's get to charity work. M.A. Larson was here last, and he had the A21 campaign, which fights human trafficking. We raised $1,365. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you very much, you guys, for supporting us and supporting such a great charity. For that, we were giving away two dog tags. And what else did we give away? GM Barrow book, the Rainbow Dash book, Rainbow Dash and the Daring Do Double Dare by GM Barrow, who's going to be at Nightmare Nights now. And this whole set of McDonald's 2014, the complete set, McDonald's toys. This whole in this bag right here. And because we broke $1,000, this last galley of Pennyroyal Academy, advanced, uncorrected galley, not for sale. I'm going to ship this back to M.A. Larson, and he's going to mail it to you because he forgot to sign it when he was in Hawaii. So this is going to come to the winner of this drawing. Of this names in this hat right here. Hocus pocus. This one. And this is going to be Marissa Sunshine. Marissa Sunshine. It sounds like you come straight from the MLP universe. So if you are watching, send me an email, dusty@manlysbrony.com, to tell me who you are. If not, I will try to track you down to get you this stuff and to get your address to Mitch so he can send you the book. So get back to me and we'll get that going. Now, for the next charity, Mr. James has picked the ALS Foundation, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Lou Gehrig's disease. Cold water aside, Lou Gehrig's disease is horrible, crippling, stupid condition that needs as much help as possible to destroy it. And we're back to give it some more help. So with that, if you go over to manlysbrony.com, click the link, which takes you over to First Giving, give your bits to them, you are in for this stuff over here, which is going to be another 2 dog tags. Okay, so I got plenty of those, so two more of those. And this GM Barrow book, which is Rarity and the Curious Case of Charity. Not only that, you'll get this GM Barrow card for the card game, which I had a couple of more for. And about 1 month, I got one for you. It's set aside. This Triple Pony Wedding Set blind bags. What else have I got down here? How about a comic book? So comic book 2. And if we break 500 bits. Okay, if we break 500 bits. I've got this, which came from the guys that gave me the other one. This is also a McDonald's complete set, 2012 My Little Pony toys. So this has been gone for a couple of years, so these are a little harder to get. So this one for $500, I think I can get James to do something too. What do you think, James?
I think you might be right.
I might be right. How about this? How about a character sketch of your OC done by James and mailed to you?
I can do that.
Can we do that? Awesome. Let's do that. So we break 500 bits. You get this plus the character sketch of your OC by Animated James, sent to you by him. Sound good?
Yeah. Sounds great.
Awesome. So that we will do. So that is charity work for the week. Now, you know what happened last week?
What happened?
I lost a screwball. He went off. He flitting off to Brony Can without me.
Oh.
And, he just had to go. He wasn't here. So he missed out on M.A. Larson.
Oh, God.
He's just but I've lost him. So give him a call. Where is he?
I had a vacation. Okay.
A vacation. There's no vacations on the State Brony My Friends train. No vacations.
Yeah, you know what? That was probably the best vacation I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, really?
It was better than Mexico. It was better than anywhere I've ever been, and probably the best convention I've ever been to.
Oh, really? And I wasn't even there. I feel sad.
No, Dusty, I didn't
feel
mean
sad.
it like that. I didn't mean it like that, Dusty.
Yes, you did.
Don't
Yes,
sour up my words.
I was about to say, like, if you lost Screwy, then like, would you have like an alternative co-host to help you, like crazy or insaney or nutty or homicidally?
Yeah, I had both biceps last week, and he is insaney.
Homicidally, that's kind of true.
Yeah, that's true. But there you go.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Welcome back, Screwball.
It feels like I haven't been here in years.
It feels like you haven't been here in years.
I'll admit I really still do miss Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver's cool. I went there for like a day and was like, oh, I need like a week here. And I had to go home. So I was like, but that's just it. We all have to go home sometime.
Now I might be moving there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That means I'd have a place to come up and visit.
Oh, you better.
Crash on the floor.
If you don't, I'm gonna crash on the floor. I'll be crashing on the floor probably. I'm gonna be so broke living there.
Well, you know what?
Wait to visit.
You know what, Screwy? I'm sure there's plenty of questions for this man after we played that animation.
Well, considering I was pretty late into it because of work and stuff, but I did get as many as I could. So,
all right,
let's see here. Okay, bear with me. I'm very, very rusty on this because I haven't done this in a very long time. So this one is from Red Card. Question for James. What is your style of video making? For example, he says my style of PMVs is literally scene matching to the lyrics.
Okay, my style of video making, I guess, would primarily just be, I know this is very broad, but animation. I mean, I don't just like to do music videos. I don't just like to do skits. I like to do a little of everything. And, I don't like chaining myself to one style. I don't like pigeonholing myself. And so, yeah, my style is whatever the hell I want to do.
Whatever the heck he wants to do.
I love you, James. That just made my day.
I don't swing that way, but I appreciate you. Wait, are you a boy or a girl?
Everyone always assumes I'm a girl every time.
He's a boy.
That was a joke, but yeah.
That doesn't bother me though because it happens a lot because I have that Michael Cera style voice.
Well, you're not exactly at Michael Cera level, but you're getting there. So eat more steak, play more football, do something to make yourself more manly, and
he's hanging out with me.
People will stop assuming you're
what
you're
Michael Cera are we talking
he's
about?
He's hanging out with me, James. I think that's enough.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That's totally enough.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Next.
Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Ooh, so this one's from Shardflame132 for you, James. How exactly did you become a brony?
I became a brony in... Okay, you guys are going to love this. This is the most original way of becoming a brony. Okay, listen to this. I was on a message board, and I saw a meme that involved ponies, and I laughed my ass off. And I looked up more memes, and then I thought, well, there's got to be more to ponies than these memes. And so I looked up the show, and I liked it. Totally original way.
10 out of 10 by IGN.
I'm thinking about writing my memoir.
You know what? If you delay just a little bit between those, that was a perfect William Shatner.
Really?
Yeah. First I looked up these memes, and then I laughed a lot, and then I looked up more memes, and then Rainbow Dash, and
Rainbow Dash is best pony.
There you go.
Obviously.
Next.
Oh my goodness. Oh, for fudge cakes. Oh, goodness. So this one's from Lord Silverhoof. Oh, James, this is a toughie for you. First off, he says he loved your beat at PMB and he thinks you did amazing. But the question to you is, if you had to choose, get this, if you had to choose between Sonic or My Little Pony to be the only fandom you're in, which one would you pick?
You do. What's this guy's name?
Wait, one sec.
Because I want to speak directly to him.
Lord Silverhoof.
Okay, Lauren Silver.
Lord.
Oh, Lauren Fosshoof. No. Okay, Lord Silverhoof. If you had 2 children, and someone asked you, which of your children, out of the 2 you have, do you like the most? Would you be able to answer that? Would you seriously be able to, with the most prominent shred of honesty, say that you like one over the other?
Not at all.
You can't.
No.
With that said, Sonic. I'm kidding. I love both of them equally, but in very different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Oh, and also one from Lord to redeem himself. Okay, I'll put it like this. Okay, first, these are like those that most basic of questions, and this is I'll put into different parts. What's your favorite CMC?
I guess, you know what, I feel more for Scootaloo since she's never going to be able to fly, so, you know, she earns, you know, likability because of that, and I guess and it's weird, like, she also has the most resemblance to Rainbow Dash, which you all know is my favorite pony, but yeah, what a coincidence. So I guess Scootaloo, but I like them all.
Yes.
Favorite background pony?
Vinyl Scratch.
Vinyl Scratch.
They need
nice tattoo.
Yes.
Favorite villain?
The non-reformed Discord.
Nasty Discord.
2 more.
Yeah.
Favorite main 6? Which is
Okay,
Rainbow Dash.
okay,
Shut up.
Rainbow Dash.
Okay, if you just zoned out throughout that
zoned
entire
out. I was just like, wait a minute.
Come on.
Something's not right.
Then
And last but not least, favorite princess?
I guess. I don't really have a favorite princess.
Luna.
Well, I'm not going to give in to peer pressure. I'm not going to say Luna just because you told me to say it.
Okay. Just say it because you like it.
Okay, Luna.
Okay, cool. Luna. There you go.
Don't be intimidated by Dusty.
Next.
The thing is, I don't have a favorite princess. I would say Twilight, since I know more about her than I know about the other 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like all princesses equally.
Yes.
I believe all princesses should have the right to get married in all 50 states.
There you go. Beautiful. I love it. Wonderful sentiment.
Adorable.
Next.
1 second. Okay, so this one is from, I'm just gonna, GGBHTG. Question for you, James. This is actually a few parts to it. First off is, how did you come up with your online handle?
My username, well, I went through, like, a bunch of other usernames that, on other channels that I had. A few people might know about them, most people don't, but I went through a lot of other names, and I figured, well, since I'm going to be doing mostly animations, and since, like, when you meet me in person, I'm like the least animated person you'll come in contact with. Like, I'm very serious, and I'm very like dull, and I'm not very wacky and zany, and I'm nothing like a cartoon character. So there's the irony factor to that. So I came up with Animated James based on those things. I was gonna go with Inebriated James, but I wasn't old enough to drink, so
Oh,
well, that's
boring. Also from a question to you is, he was wondering, how do you choose people to help you with your voice work? Do you have auditions, or do you already have a stable of VA artists you're familiar with?
I usually have a staple VA. I usually have people I have in my mind that I want to collaborate with on certain projects. I don't really like auditions because you just have to go through so much crap. No offense to people who have auditioned and have gotten negative reception from them, but you know, by just having someone in mind, you know, save time, and you promote someone who you think it deserves to be promoted, who has a lot of talent, and I very much enjoy doing that.
As well you should.
Yeah.
Next.
So this one is Eternal Blue. Question for you, Dusty. WWE wrestler Dolph Ziggler recently came out as a fan of My Little Pony, joining Goldust and Big E Langston as wrestlers who like the show. What do you think this says about us as a fandom and of the WWE?
I think that what it says about us as a fandom is that we have some reach. You know, that people that high up in entertainment know what we are or what the show is. I think having some wrestlers actually like the show is a very good strike to the show, that the show is awesome, that the show is cool, that they like the message it sends. Now, I don't think they have time to know who we are. I think if you've ever seen a documentary on professional wrestling, those guys are on the road 300 days a year. I doubt that they know much of anything about us as a fandom. So I think that some people have brought it up to them, they've seen some things, they like it, and they're, you know, and they basically like the show. Until one of them comes out and says that they like a certain song by a certain somebody who's in the fandom, I'm just going to say, okay, well, they like the show. Not so much the fandom, but we'll see what happens. And with that, you know what time it is? It is time for, you know what's screwy?
I forgot about that, actually.
Number 10. You've done 10 of these, Screwy.
Really?
Yeah, 10.
Oh.
So.
Oh, geez.
This is number 10. This is the Brony Can edition of You Know What's Screwy. So sit back, relax, and once again delve into the mind that is the screwball.
It's pretty screwed up.
There we go.
You know what's screwy?
To make me happy as can be.
That is crazy. Vincent, are you signing that waiver?
Sign my waiver, man. John Hancock. I'm signing Benjamin Button. So I can actually sue them if I do get hurt, because I didn't really sign my real name.
And now we have Vincent signing the waiver, as is tradition.
For free for Canada.
For free? Wait, this is a charge? Oh my god. I'm signing this. I'm standing right next to Vincent, as is tradition. Here, Bunny. I promise I won't hurt you, okay? No, Bunny. Oh, Bunny, I love you. I love you, Bunny. Just let me touch you, please. I love you. No. Bunny. Bunny. No, don't go in the darkness. Don't go in the darkness, Bunny. Bunny, you're not listening to me. We have found a McDonald's, but we have no idea where it is. Where is this McDonald's?
Up.
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 As is tradition.
As is tradition.
As is tradition, we go up the stairs. Clearly. This is a Canadian tradition.
Yes.
No.
Voila! I want a Big Mac.
There's no McDonald's here at all. That sign is very misleading. Why is the sign misleading?
I wanted a Big Mac. I can't find a Big Mac here.
Maybe. I don't know.
There is the traditional royal seagull.
Where?
Waiting for us above.
Oh, the royal seagull, as is tradition.
He will give us
the royal bird of the queen, as is tradition. and then we look down this pyramid, and we see them all. And fourth wall breaking, as you can see me, and as is tradition. And then we go into this place, as is tradition. Oh.
It's apparently locked.
It's locked. No.
That is not
tradition. This is not tradition at all. This is not tradition at all. No. I'm very confused.
What a terrible day for the world.
And of all of Canada.
All of Canada.
I hate this.
Oh boy.
I'm confused. Nothing has ever happened as a tradition.
Oh,
that's
terrible.
I'm actually freaking out. I have no idea what to do now.
I don't know.
I'm confused.
So confused.
Everything's wrong.
Everything's wrong. What a terrible day. Terrible day for Canada and for the world.
McDonald's is closed.
Oh.
This
not traditional at all. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really wanted that Big Mac.
And I love Big Mac. Peter, you're a good actor, but it's closed.
It's a terrible day. What are we going to do?
And that is Screwball's mind. It's a very dark place full of cobwebs and McDonald's.
Hey, we wanted a Big Mac. That was roughly an hour of a trip. I kid you not.
I would rather have seen an hour of the Nerf fight. You give me like 2 seconds worth of tease of the Nerf fight, and then I'm watching you wander around looking for a Big Mac.
That's because right afterwards I had to go to lunch with Vincent.
Well, there you go. Lunch with Vincent.
Half the time it was basically just... It was just us checking out Vancouver. Brony Cat was maybe 1% of the time. The other 99% was Vancouver.
Well, there you go. There you go.
And
all
McDonald's.
Right. More questions.
I got many questions. So here we go. One second, I'm just trying to get back my sanity. Oh boy. So this is from RBZ. Question for all. Who do you think has a higher IQ? Tails or Twilight?
Twilight.
Well, Tails' IQ is 300, and Twilight's IQ is I have no idea.
I
mean, here's the thing.
Tails is trapped on the moon.
Since she knows magic, I would assume that she is kind of smarter. And considering Tails is still stuck on the moon, even though he has a teleporter and could just teleport back to Earth, yeah.
But
Twilight would be smarter.
That Tails can do all those amazing inventions. Like, if playing all the games, you can see some of the craziest things he can actually do.
Right.
Who's drumming?
Is it me? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I get bored sometimes.
Okay. Next.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So this one is from
James Justice.
Is he like a recurring joke?
He is the recurring resident superhero joke of Stay Brony, my friends. Yes.
Hey, James Justice.
Someday we'll have to animate him fighting Soggy Milk.
From one James to another.
Yes.
Never give up unless you're really tired.
You're really tired. Yes. So what does James want to know this week?
Well, I'd like to know that... Oh, never mind.
No, the other James.
Oh my goodness. So this one from Justice. Where did the idea for the Confame sketch come from?
Oh, basically just from thinking about how when I went to BronyCon in 2013, I was, sitting somewhere and I saw Saberspark and AC Racebest walking down the hall, and I noticed that they were, talking to someone, writing an autograph, taking a picture, or whatever they were doing. And then when that was done, they walked away and they got stopped again. They couldn't even walk 10 feet without getting stopped again. And, that just made me realize, wow, at a certain point, it's impossible to not get stopped if you're what I like to call con famous. And so I decided to make a skit about, what if I really had to go somewhere and I absolutely didn't have time for it? What would happen? And so I just decided to show what would happen in the most realistic way possible. What would happen if I couldn't take someone's autograph and the person was insane and I was insane as well for killing him.
Yes. Which was much fun.
Yeah.
I saw that going, I wanted to be involved in that. That looked like so much fun.
Don't worry, I might make a sequel next year.
Yes. Sequel.
Definitely.
Sequel.
Yeah.
I want to be evil.
Although I'm gonna go the Michael Bay route and make it consistently worse each time I make a sequel.
That'll work. Next.
Also from James Justice. Is James the best name or is James the best name?
I believe James is the best. No, wait.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
It's hard to choose.
No, my middle name is James, so we got 3.
Well, that
James
automatically makes
here.
it the best name, doesn't it?
Yes.
I just sit over here.
So is your full name? Screw James Ball?
Best name.
Don't do that when I'm about to take a drink. Just don't. Do that.
Oh my goodness. I might change my Twitter name to that now.
I've lost the show, people. Lost it. Gone.
You still have it.
I'm doing it right now.
Just here. I'm holding out my hands, and the show is in my hands. Take the show from my hands.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My show. Next.
All right.
There we go. I had to change it. So, anyways, question. This is from RBZ. I like this question for James. Do you think Screw Attack should make a Sonic versus Rainbow Dash death battle?
Ooh.
Considering they've already made a
Rainbow Dash
death battle with both Sonic and Rainbow Dash with Mario and freaking Star Scream, I doubt they'll make it, especially since this other guy already made a Sonic versus Rainbow Dash. I don't know. You can look him up. I hear he's pretty great.
Yeah.
Then I don't think they're. Okay, you asked me if I'd like to see that. Not really. It's not really necessary. I mean, I would like to see I would like to see Sonic versus Rainbow Dash done a lot better than I did it, because I look back at that animation, I go, "What the heck was I thinking?"
You were learning.
Yes, I was.
But that's the thing with all animators, that when they look back at their previous work, they're like, "Wow, I really have advanced, haven't I?"
Yes, I have.
I look back on the first 10 shows of this show and go, "What was I thinking?"
At some point, Kanashi Panda was animating with stick figures.
Yes,
and look at where he is now.
Yes,
animating with
beautiful,
a lot more detailed stick figures.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness. So this one is from JC Storm for you, James. When did you start animating and why?
I started animating when I was 13, 14. I remember I made my first animation during the summer that I was turning 14, and I started animating because, Well, having no friends helps, but my other reason was just because I wanted to be funny, you know? And when I was a kid, I always wanted to be the funny person, and as a kid, I was constantly the annoying person, and I figured, you know, animation is a great way to let out all the obnoxious, corny humor that I have within me in a healthy manner. And so, yeah, I that's why I started animation.
Cool.
Oh, and to make a lot to make a lot. Well,
you've done one of those two things. Hey, that I think I'm getting the signal. EQI is breaking in. EQI is breaking in with live coverage from Equestria. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Dusty Cat. This just in! A.K. Yearling, author of the critically and Rainbow Dash acclaimed Daring Do book series, has quit being Daring Do. Unreliable sources have confirmed that the exploits of Daring Do are not in fact the work of fiction, but the retelling of true stories. A.K. Yearling is actually Daring Do! Unbeknownst to Miss Yearling, however, was that her feats of adventure and daring are completely unnecessary in a world ruled by superpowered beings with near-omnipotent magic. In one instance where Daring Do's life was in danger multiple times, arch-nemesis and hand-butted Awizodel tried to use an ancient power to boil the planet with the sun. Asked if this would in fact pose a danger, sun-controlling Princess Celestia responded, "Lol." In another event, an ancient evil with a big nose tried to steal the moon. Daring Do broke a wing, burned her tail, and sustained massive head trauma to save the moon, and yet turns out the moon actually gets stolen on a regular basis. Well, not stolen, more like misplaced. Luna likes to take it out for a spin on Tuesdays, and sometimes that hairpin turnaround Saturn can get tricky. The last straw came when Awizodel actually succeeded in releasing Terek from Tartarus. Daring Do had a whole plan laid out to stop him. She was going to combine the powers of the ancient topaz of Stormhold, the soul jar of the Marquis de Carabas, a burning duck, Fat Charlie's lime, then put him in a coconut and drink them both up. She had everything but the lime when she discovered that Princess Twilight Sparkle just nuked the guy. Daring Do has released a statement, quoting, "Why have I been saving the world all these years when these superpowered princesses can just do everything? I quit. I'm going back to writing Neil Gaiman fanfiction like I've always wanted." Princess Celestia responded to this loss of a great hero by saying, "Meh, I'm more of a Terry Pratchett fan. I'm Joe Stevens, and this has been a news brief from the Equestrian Inquirer." Back to you, Dusty Cat.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for that breaking news story straight from the desk in Equestria. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Daring Do has quit being Daring Do. I don't think I can go on with my life. No. I no more books, no more tales of Daring Do. I can't go on, Screwy. I can't.
I can already see James Justice as already going through a depressing time with this.
I know. It's amazing.
Because he's such a Daring Do fan.
You know what? I'll have to call her. I'll just have to call her up on the bat phone and go, you know, Daring, I want to talk her back into it. Trust me, it's not over. I'll take care of this. Trust me, I'll take care of it. But we're back.
It's like Indiana Jones quitting cancer.
I know. We're back with James, animated James.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to talk a little bit more. So more questions. More.
Okay, so this one is from the Really New Mop. For you, James. Have you watched Sonic on the CW? I don't know.
You mean Sonic X?
That might be it.
Sonic on the CW. Yeah, because I remember it airing on the CW, and yeah, Sonic X airs on the CW, so that's probably what he's talking about. Yes, I've seen it. It sucks. No, it's more. Oh, the screen just went black for some reason.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Uh-oh. Let me fix that.
Anything to keep me from talking about Sonic X.
Oh, come on.
Okay, it's back.
Thank you. Sorry
All
about
right.
that.
As I was saying, Okay, as I was saying, Sonic X sucks. Next question.
Next.
Oh God. So this is from Flair Cobra to James. What do you use to animate with?
I use Adobe Flash. Thank you for that incredibly original question.
Savior of the universe.
Yeah. Savior of Twilight's love interest.
There you go.
Which is Flash Sentry.
Weird, I use Flash and I talk crap about Flash. I better stop doing that.
Oh my goodness.
For some reason, it's frozen.
It's frozen. Am I frozen?
It might just be my internet.
Okay.
But, I mean, we're still going, right?
Yeah, we're still
wait.
going.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was making sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
So this one is from Beer.
Beer.
Nice.
Best name ever. For you, James. Being a Sonic fan, did you ever watch the cartoons or read the comics? And if so, which one do you consider the best run of Sonic?
Did I ever watch the shows or read the comics? That was the question?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I like how he didn't say the games, which is what I mostly 90% did. But I did watch all of Sat AM. I did watch a little bit of Adventures of, and immediately wanted to punch my computer screen. And I also watched all of Sonic X as a 7-year-old, back when I didn't have any sense of critical thinking. So I never really read the comics, and I don't really care about them. I'm sure they're good or bad, whatever the majority opinion is. But yeah, I only watch the show, and I like Sat AM. I like how they went more serious with that, but while still keeping with being funny as Sonic should be. And yeah, Sat AM was good at balancing that, and the storyline was actually really, well thought out, and I actually cared about everything that was going on. I didn't really care about Sonic X. I just remember liking the action scenes and liking the characters, and that was about it.
But the story stunk, obviously.
Yeah, it tried to, it tried to do the story that the games did, and the story that the games did involved humans, and I guess they said, and it's black again, and I guess they said that, hey, people love humans in Sonic, and so we need more humans. I don't know what they were smoking to come to that conclusion, but yeah, that's what came out of it.
No idea. Next.
Okay, and we're back.
Sorry, I was also typing something at that time. Okay, so this one's from Sour Milk.
Okay. We went from beer to sour milk. How do we do that?
There's a lot of drinks going on around here.
There's a lot of drinking going on around here.
Looking forward to getting a question from Mountain Dew.
Oh my goodness. What would be your dream project to work on given unlimited resources?
Ooh, a movie, specifically a Christmas musical centered around the Sea Students characters. I would love to make that one day.
Wow. That's oddly specific.
It's a long dream of his.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oddly specific. That's awesome.
Been having that dream since I was in utero.
In utero. Nice. Yeah, that album came out in the 90s, so. Next.
So this one is from Windy Chef to James. Thoughts on Super Rainbow Dash since you had it brought up in AJ vs. Nux?
Well, I like the idea of there being a Super Rainbow Dash, especially since in the season 4 finale there was a Super Rainbow Dash.
Yes.
But no buts. I just like the idea of it. I don't know how I'm going to utilize that, but I pretty much set it up in Knuckles vs. Applejack, so I got to figure something out.
Yes.
Clickety click.
Clickety click.
Sorry.
We're getting down to it, Screwy. I think we got time for maybe one or two more.
Okay. So this one's from Eternal Blue. Another question, if you can, for James. What? Okay, now I'm very terrible at pronouncing some of these. What is your opinions on Ferax? I think these are editing softwares. Ferax, Argo Daemon, and Source Filmmaker Animations.
Repeat. I'm sorry. Repeat that because
I'm gonna do this because I'm a lazy son of a gun. I copy paste into Skype.
All right, let's see this. Hey, life is all about taking shortcuts. Ferrex. Man, I'm having a hard time like you. Armageddon? No.
Armageddon.
Well, I've never heard of.
Daemon.
Right. Thank you. I've never heard of either of these. So yeah, they're pretty good.
What's your opinion on Source Filmmaker?
It's
a program.
You know, if you're looking for a source that makes films, then it's perfect. I've never heard of these. I'm sorry.
Wait, really? Okay, I'm gonna have
no,
to,
I'm sorry.
He uses Adobe Premiere and he uses Flash. We've been over this.
Well, I use a bunch of other things, but I've heard of a bunch of programs, but I've never heard of these specific 3 programs. I'm sorry.
No, Source Filmmaker is actually, you know those 3D ponies sort of thing they see? They're like really cool graphics.
Oh, so that's what SFM stands for.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I'm bad at putting things together. But. Oh, what do I think of Source Filmmaker animations?
On that?
I think they can be really good, and I also think they can be really bad. You know, it's all about how much talent you have, and it's all about how much effort you put into it. It has nothing really, unless your program is defective, then it really just boils down to what you make out of it.
Yep.
So, yeah, same for FedEx. And Argonon, yeah, same with those.
That kind of makes me think for you, James, from me, is what is your most favorite animation that you've seen coming out of this fandom?
Favorite animation, I really like Don't Mind at Night.
Oh, yes.
And I also really like the animations that Kanashi Panda has been making.
Yes.
It's hard for me to pick one.
Kung Fu
Definitely.
Nice.
Definitely. Yes. Even though they're really short, but hey, it's totally worth it just to see that smoothness. Mm-hmm. And yeah. What else? Anything else?
My personal favorite is Children of the Night.
Oh. Yeah, that was really well animated too. Mm-hmm. And I like that too. So yeah, whatever.
So the last question is a question that you get to ask me and Screwy.
Really?
Yeah. You get the last question, my friend. What do you want to ask?
Okay. Wow. I would have written something down if I knew.
That's why we do it this way.
Nice. Okay. All right, let's see. Man, what do I want to ask you? I know I care about you, but not enough to ask a question.
Well, thanks a lot.
I'm trying to think.
I love you too.
I'm trying to think. Okay. Okay. Given. Okay. Would you shave your horseshoe beard if it meant that you could also have $10 million?
Well, sweet. I don't have one, so I instantly get $10 million.
No, this is for Dusty. I'm thinking of another question for you.
Okay. Would I do that if I got $10 million, as long as I can grow it back? Yes.
Okay. Good.
If I couldn't grow it back, no.
All right. This is what happens when you have me on the spot. I just come out with the dumbest crap.
That's fine.
Let's see. For Screwball, would you change your middle name if given $10 million?
No, I would not change my middle name because James is the best name imaginable.
The best name ever.
Okay.
And with that, we're at the end of the program. So I want to remind you guys that we do have a t-shirt for sale at Redbubble. Check out the t-shirt right here. And we're going to get a new one here in a couple of months. But this one is what's going on right now. Me giving Screwball the ride of his life on the back of the Harley. So check that one out. Grab it. We'd love to see you wearing that at the conventions this year. So thank you very much for your support. It keeps the show going. Also with that, I'd like to thank a couple of people. Let me get my script back up here. I want to thank James for taking time out of his awesome animating schedule. Screwball for doing what he does. Amy, my wonderful girlfriend. Lance, Nathan, Cowboy Dave, Everfree Network for giving us the platform. Everybody working on the MLP series. Everybody. And then you for coming every time we turn on the camera and make dang fools out of ourselves. Thank you for coming. With that, we're out of here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guest in 2 weeks.
What?
Take a guess, Screwy.
Okay, see, he never tells me what they are. I have to guess. No, I hate guessing.
I know.
It's M.A. Larson.
What's coming out from MLP this month? What's coming out?
Equestria Girls?
Yeah.
Okay, no, then I'm going to quiz you this. Is it someone we had before or someone we haven't had yet?
It's actually somebody we've had before.
Is it Rebecca Schweikett?
You're right!
Yeah!
Rebecca Schweikett is coming back in 2 weeks to talk all about that wonderful movie that both me and James are quite looking forward to.
Very much so.
Rainbow Rocks. So with that, we're out of here. James, anything you have left to say?
Just thanks for having me on the show, and I hope I wasn't too racist.
Racist?
Please, you are not.
Well, that was boring. Well, that was slightly less boring. So we're out of here. Say goodbye, James.
Bye.
Bye. Screw. Bye, guys.
See ya. James.
See you in 2 weeks.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we'll be back soon. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.